been a part of and watched a lot of strike partnerships over your career. How would you sort of define how Jordan and Clint interact both on and off the field?
I think, two different players, two different people, but when on the field, very much in sync of what one wants to do and the other one, wants. So I think that's good. And I honestly think it's just starting. If you take into account the amount of times I've actually played up top together, it's not too many.
Yeah.
So I think it's just starting to bloom. I think that's great for Seattle fans and national team fans, for them to get a better understanding of each other. They're two quality players, and you can see that kind of flourishing.
How would you define Clint's leadership style, not just with Jordan, but with the younger players in general? Obviously, different veterans handle it a different way. How would you sort of say that Clint handles all that?
I think by example. I don't think he's too vocal. I think it's more by example. I mean, his repertoire, his resume speaks for itself, So I think anytime you get a player of that caliber on your locker room and on the field, it'll just rub off. It transmits itself through work, and I think now that things are kind of settled and we're fine-tuning those areas we needed to work on, and they get a chance to see each other more on the field. And just in general, the younger guys get a better sense of what it takes to play at a consistent level, at a high level.
How does a holding midfielder help the creativity of the front line, somebody that can distribute the ball? How does that change that dynamic up front?
Yeah, holding, I think you could say that Ozzy and Christian have been very consistent for us. They've played very well, and I think it's just stability. You're more able to risk and take chances going forward when you have that solid foundation back there. But I think it even goes beyond that. I think the way that the back lines have been playing, you'll make an error, and then instead of just putting your head down, it's like, all right, let's work to get that one back for each other. And I think that's the thing we were lacking maybe at the beginning of the season that we're starting to see a little bit more of now, is maybe at a time at the beginning of the season, or before I'd say the All-Star break, there was a time where we get a set-piece goal on us minute 6, and that was it. That would kind of set the tone for how the game was going to go. And I guess, and you can see against Orlando, that wasn't the case. It was all of a sudden, let's go. And we got one very quickly, and goals give you confidence. You get a goal, it gives you confidence, gives the team confidence to keep going forward, keep pressing. Orlando's back line was in shambles, and we took advantage of that. I think we were very smart.
Are guys thinking less now, just playing?
You never think less. You never think less. And when you start thinking less and just basing everything off reaction, you're in trouble. It's a constant chess game. It's a constant, what's the term? Constant, I guess, flow that you need to position yourself for the next play. Think ahead, defensively and offensively. Because I'll give you an example. Against Portland, we didn't think enough, and we didn't cut a play that could have been cut 80 yards in front of goal, and it ended up in 3 touches later, Valeri goal. You have to keep thinking, being able to put out those fires.
Can you? I guess I'm asking, can you overthink on the soccer field or not?
There are times, but I think that's confidence, where a striker will overthink a shot, instead of just doing what you just should do. Those are the only times you overthink, I think, is when confidence is lacking.
2 straight home games, riding some positive momentum. Is this stretch particularly vital for you guys in trying to build on that and do what you guys want to do for the rest of the year?
Absolutely, because in this league there are no easy road games. So anytime you can secure points at home, it's a must. Salt Lake's a very good team. We played their starters in Open Cup, and I thought they were the best team in the league, playing-wise at that point. I thought they were very good. They're not going to be an easy team, regardless of what they have going on. We understand that. This is our home fortress, and we need to treat it as such. We can't let anybody come in and steal points from us.
Sure.
The team has undeniably improved on the pitch. Has it changed being away from just bringing in a player like Lodeiro? Has there been a change in the attitude of the players because of the coaching change, or what have you seen different?
I think it'd be unfair to say there's been an attitude change because of the coaching change. I think Schmetz is a very good coach, and he'll tell you the same.
See you, Alan. See you Sunday.
They're just things that kind of come with the territory. New coach that debuts doesn't lose. That's a rule of thumb in soccer. And you got guys who all of a sudden feel like they're playing for their jobs. It's an audition. It's a new chance, new opportunity. And then you bring in a player like Lodeiro and Flacco with a great resume and tons of ability on the field. It's going to make your team better. It's very simple for me. It's addition.
individually, how do you feel like you have performed perhaps those goals that you had when you first came into the team until this point of the season?
Yeah, I'm very hard on myself, and I want to do better. I know I can do better. I took a chance on the second half of the season here to stay in Seattle. I've spoken to the coaching staff about what I can do and what position they see me playing in, so I know where I am in the totem pole and what I need to do to get on the field. And it's just a question of taking advantage of those opportunities that are given to you. And I know myself, and I'm a better player when the chips are down. So I'm looking forward to it.
It seems to be like you're one of those locker room guys that really helps out the integrity of the team. Do you think that Flacco has had the same kind of impact on the locker room?
I think everybody's different. I don't know if you'd say like the way I am in the locker room is pretty much the way I am in life. What you see is what you get with me, and I think Flacco's pretty much the same. He's a very bright personality, likes to joke around, good guy, always has a smile on his face. So stuff like that, it's hard not to be happy when you see people like that. I'm a firm believer that you want to see good things happen to good people, and he's one of those good people.